know it's smack rapping.
All roads lead to HHF, period.
What does that mean? HSI.
Hip hop fraternity.
Hip hop fraternity.
Hip hop fraternity. I'm gonna let my CEO speak a little bit on that.
James C.B. Gray, CEO of the Hip Hop Fraternity. I'd like to thank Ken Ivey for appointing me in this position. He was the brainchild of this organization, and I'm just happy to be here. But I'm very hands-on with this process, with the level of understanding of what we are, who we are, and how we're moving. Like he said, we are a think tank. Actually, 90% of Black organizations don't have a think tank. 90% of whites do. You see what I'm saying? I remember when I was younger, they used to pay us $50 to answer a bunch of questions. And I thought I was getting over by, getting $50. What I realized later on was they was making over $2,000, $3,000 based on information that I was giving them about their product.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's when I started understanding the importance of a think tank. And, like you said, thinking, is just as fundamental as reading. Even with the gun violence aspect of what we deal with, we challenge the young brothers to think. Are you ready to do 25 years in prison? If not, okay, then you need to change the way that you're thinking about how you're moving.
Right.
So even with the music side of things, we are encouraging artists. We are one of the only, if not the only, hip hop organization in the United States that's actively teaching hip hop artists about publishing, royalties, contracts, and distribution.
Right.
So if you look at it from the right angle, for the last 50 years, which we just celebrated, we've also celebrated the fact that we've been ripped off, almost entirely for that 50 years as well.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to look at it like that, but if we want to move forward and keep it real with ourselves, then we have to take some accountability, but also start taking action and making things better for ourselves. So we have a curriculum.
Who would you say did the ripping?
Say it again?
Who would you say did the ripping?
Powers that be, but even worse than that is we've had so much time in between that to acknowledge what's going on, to the point where now some of us have been involved with it just as bad.
Right.
You said we can't talk about them until we talk about us too.
Right.
So instead of trying to bring everybody down, let's try to start bringing everybody up.
Right.
By having a better understanding of how to rectify the situation.
Right.
And Brother Ken, man, has instituted and implemented some real fundamental changes that we have in our curriculum at the Hip Hop Fraternity. And I want to encourage everyone to go to our website, hhfmedia.com. Sign up, become a member. Once you become a member, then you have access to a whole other side of the website that shows the curriculum that we're talking about.
Right.
That really educates you on everything that could help you on the business side. There's so much that we don't know, but guess what? When people throw a bunch of money in front of you or show you a contract, first of all, you don't sign no contract ever until your lawyer says that this is official. It's something going to work in your favor.
Right.
Your manager or the lawyer tells the manager.
But that's kind of tough too, because I've heard of situations where the lawyer will get a PC off of whatever's going down.
Yeah.
And if that lawyer says, okay, you're gonna get ripped off, but I'm gonna make $250,000 off of telling you to sign. Some lawyers will push you in that direction.
That's true.
How do you get around that?
Yeah, well, so I'm glad you brought that up, my brother. We have lawyers within our orbit, into our ecosystem, right? So I have over 36 executives. I have over 36 chapters around the nation. Like them brothers from Kentucky, he's from Milwaukee, he's from San Antonio, he's from Louisiana, he's from New York. So we got chapters all over. I got 36 chapters. I got over 100 executives that consist of lawyers, accountants. We got people with MBAs, PhDs. We got school teachers and everything, because I knew that, me being a street dude, I had to bring the intelligentials in on, like this brother here, he's not even in the street. But, I was able to get this brother, to see my vision. I said, look, Brother James, what you got going on with Al Sharpton and Barack Obama and all these people you deal with on the political level, I said, that's going to be perfect if I can go and deal with brothers like Mad Hoffa and people in the streets, the hood. We can bring the hood and the intelligentials together, and that's the new civil rights movement for Black folks. You know what I'm saying? The problem with the civil rights movement is they never had the pimps and the hoes and the hustlers connected. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nation of Islam did. Malcolm was a pimp. Malcolm was a hustler. You know, so a lot of people they was able to bring that together. But you know, most of our people love Christianity. They love Jesus. They love Jesus. You know, they came over here on a good ship called Jesus. So we understand that. But the way we bring everybody together is we got to have the intelligent brothers because he can do things like we got a sister named Kentrice. She our COO, right? She put together a pitch deck. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't talk to, we just sent our youngest member, which is a guy named King Moore. Y'all can look him up. We just sent him to the White House Monday in honor of hip hop fraternity with our sister Hernandez Castleberry. She's actually on the Biden administration, but she's actually on our team as well. You know, so that's one of the reasons that, we try to bring everybody together. We want to have, the lawyers, on deck. We want to have the accountants on deck. We'll have all these people on deck. So with Mike Fresh, who is our #1 artist at the Hip Hop Fraternity, he's got 16 billion streams. He got 2 of the biggest hits in the history of the United States. Huh?
He's 20 now.
20 billion. It was 20 billion. So
20 billion.
So
20 billion. Get it right.
So it's
20 billion.
So math is 20 billion, right? But see now, when he go do business, I got a lawyer. I can sit there with him. When he needs some intellectual work done, I can send James to put together a PAC, political action committee. So we got politics. Congress Jamal took one of our initiatives up to the Congress. So I got a lot of politicians. We got Republicans on our team too. One of our sisters, she's a Republican. She's a lawyer. We do business. I got a couple of brothers that's Republicans. So, our whole thing is to bring civil rights on another level because, when you think about it, right, brothers will follow T.D. Jakes. They'll follow Minister Farrakhan, right? But, it'll be to a certain point. But everybody love hip hop.
Okay.
We have an initiative with the White House. It's called, what's it called? The White House Initiative on
the
Anti-Gun Violence.
Initiative to end gun and gang violence through hip hop. That's under Vice President Kamala Harris's administration. We partner with them and the White House Committee on Gun Violence.
So where's that active at?
That's a nationwide.
Go to the White House.
Right.
Go to the White House page. It's gonna say gun. I can look it up and say it's gonna say it don't say gun violence. It say GV. But whatever the abbreviation for gun violence, it's right there. You can see it. But if you go to my page, Real Pimp Ken _ and then hit that, you're gonna see a sister named Hernandez Castleberry. You hit her, and then you're gonna see the White House. And they got our artists.
Asha Castleberry Hernandez. She's the founder of celebrity organization called Celebrities Against Gun Violence.
Is this brand new?
No. It's
been around for a while.
No, Ice-T's
on the board. Big Daddy Kane, Fat Joe, Albie Shore, Christopher Williams. There's a bunch of them, and they're celebrities, hip hop, celebrities that are advocating against gun violence. And so that organization was already working with the Kamala Harris administration. Then when they saw what we were doing, she reached out to us and said, listen, this goes right along with the initiative that we're working on. We'd like to bring hip hop fraternity in on this too. Right. So that's how we're connected into the White House right now.
And we just did remember y'all did him and James and Ice-T for the hip hop fraternity. They just did a radio station, Power 108 or something in Las Vegas. And Ice-T did a commercial for the White House, to stop the gun violence for the hip hop fraternity.
But is there like people on the ground out here? Like,
he got
other events going on?
We're on the ground, and we're also connected with another organization here in Harlem called Street Corner Resources. That's headed by Dr. Aisha Sekou. She's like the Mother Teresa of gun violence. She's somebody I want to connect you with as well. Yeah. I'm also the board chair of that organization too.
Yes.
You're involved in a lot of things.
No, for real. And we got, there's not enough being done, especially with the gun violence issue. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to talk about this and that, but that issue is rooted in our communities and directly affecting our families, especially the 75% of African-American families that are one family households. You see what I'm saying? It's very easy for that to happen. So Street Corner Resources, man, has implemented some amazing, programs for children, hiring almost more people than everybody except for the summer work program. You know, Sister Aisha Sekou is amazing, but we partner with them because we're passionate about this issue too, and a lot of work we're doing with the White House and Celebrities Against Gun Violence too.
I definitely would like to get more information on that
Yeah,
and get involved.
Let me tell you something. Right now, whenever somebody gets shot in Harlem, Street Corner Resources dispatches a team to the hospital. Call them hospital responders.
Along with HHL.
Yeah.
Make sure
You ever heard
you
of Man Up?
Man Up is a similar organization.
Right.
You know, I think we have a little more extended programs than
Right.
ours, but yeah, it's the Cure Violence campaign out of the mayor's office on Cure Violence.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother chapter, but like that's how it ties in with hip hop and gun violence. There's so much going on. There's a bunch of Guns Down Life up in the Bronx.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But right here in Harlem, Street Corner Resources is doing a lot of work, and you know, we got the track record to show it.
Mhm.
And partnering with Hip Hop Fraternity is the hip hop component, and it's harmonious.
And we were so crazy about what he just said. So when the White House, you know, when they found out what we had going on, and they had a whole bunch of other things they was doing, Brother Mouth, and then they said, no, we had to make HHF, Hip Hop Fraternity, the spearhead of this movement. And like
Yeah.
I said, we just sent the youngest, this is what I'm saying, the youngest artist in hip hop, 8-year-old kid named King Moore. He just did a song called ABC. It's at 2.5 million in 1 month on YouTube right now. He's with us. That's our artist. And we sent him there as a representative. He actually spoke to the White House. He gave a nice little speech. He said this, he said, King Moore said, he said, kids represent 13% of the population, but we're 100% of the future. The whole White House went crazy. It's on the White House page right now. So that's
All
what
right,
we
Ken, I
doing.
gotta ask you, why is this important to you?
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.